And back here live, day two coverage continues, CRS 2025 at the Omni Hotel here in Nashville, Tennessee, presented by the CadenGordonShow.com. Today's best country mix, and of course out there too is our friends over Sandy June and Olivia Rocks Music out there. We appreciate that. KKTC, True Country 99.9 on iHeartRadio and the SportsGuysPodcast.com. It's a grand slam of music and sports, and boy, it's coming like wildfire now.
It sure is. The wildfires are like coming to Nashville, that's for sure, here at CRS Week.
The games begin. Yes, the CRS Week is upon us, and we're here. And Pasternak joins us here. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
It has been a whirlwind, but I got a chance to on the plane the other night, because we're talking about this. Let's start right here. Is this your first CRS? I believe it is, correct?
It is, yeah.
How's it going so far?
It's really exciting. Yeah, it gets tiring at the end of the day.
Yes.
Talk to so many people, and I'm like, I'm ready for sleep. But yeah, it's really fun meeting everyone.
And then I was telling Jeff, like, you stay out till like 10 or 11. You're like, man, I got to get up at 6 a.m. again. Here we go. Roll out.
Go again.
Yeah, I definitely hardly got out of bed this morning, but I didn't.
Yeah.
We did too. Hey, let's talk about what you got going on. What brings you to Nashville too? Obviously CRS, but this single one-way ticket, I was blown away. Talk about this to the audience.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs that I've written, and it's the newest single. The song just means a lot to me. It's about my journey, after going through a really hard time in LA. Deciding to come to Nashville, so I bought a one-way ticket, and I walked into a hair salon and cut my hair, and wrote a song about it. And yeah, it's just a really honest expression, and so glad people are resonating to the song.
When did you kind of know? We mentioned that dream, and Jeff told me about this. Share your story with the audience out there too, because you have a different path, or took a different path to becoming a musician. Share that with people, what you had to go through to get to this point.
Yeah, so I was born into a musical family. So my parents are both classical musicians. So they put my brother and I into classical training when we were kids. So I grew up as a violin virtuoso, child prodigy. And I didn't start writing songs until I was in college. And I didn't even think of myself as a singer until I started performing my songs. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm a singer-songwriter now. So, surprise. So it's been a really fun journey. And in some ways, I'm just getting started.
You have really deep storytelling in the music you put out. And I love the fact of the vocals. Talk about musical influences growing up and kind of what shaped you down. Who shaped you?
Classical music shaped me the most because that's what I grew up playing. That's all I listened to and all that I played from 6 to 16. My whole life was classical music. I practiced 4 to 6 hours a day. So that is probably my biggest influence. And then the first album I ever heard outside of classical music that I fell in love with was Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life. It's like, wow, this is amazing. And so that's when I fell in love with more contemporary pop music. And then I fell in love with John Mayer and the Beatles and just a lot of other artists that I never really had heard before.
That's the beauty of country music now is if somebody comes to this town, you find great songwriters, you get into co-writes and come up with the idea for the song. It's pretty cool to see something like kind of born from nothing. Like ideas get together, put the music on paper, see it come to life, get in the studio, the whole process. Give me your favorite part of just the songwriting process. Is it when it's done or is it kind of when it's in those early stages?
Hard to say, all of it. It's the most incredible feeling, like when I'm home alone in sweatpants sitting on the couch and I hear a song idea and I pick up the guitar or violin and I come up with like a chorus and I'm like, wow, that's a really good chorus. It just feels so great because you know it's going to be a good song. So that part is incredible. And then when you take it to the studio and you develop the song and you finish it, that also feels incredible. In a way, it feels even better. And then when you record it, I don't know, it's all magical, the whole process, recording it, the music video, and then this, it all goes together. It's all beautiful.
So, what is something that you most have enjoyed so far in the music industry? I know you said you're just getting started. What is something that you're most enjoying right now?
I would say meeting new people and working on my concept album and just putting it together, getting the songs done, and learning about myself and becoming a better artist, growing as a songwriter. All of it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's what you got to do.
I love that too. And I love that you mentioned that classical music too, and some of those great albums, the Beatles. She's mentioned artists too that just live on the test of time when it comes down to it. I love it. Best part of being on stage as an artist, what is best part of being on stage?
It's when you see the audience moved by your music, the connection. Yeah.
So I can't wait for this. Like singing lyrics back to you. I've been to some shows out here in Nashville, and of course all over the country. We go out and cover mobile studio stuff like RV, and I bring it around the country to go cover shows. It's amazing to see an artist step on stage and like command, like you mentioned that audience, and then when the lyrics get sung back to them on stage while they're on stage, and they can't even like finish a lyric or a line or something because the audience is like singing for them.
Yeah.
It's like, well, they paid for the ticket to be there.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be relaxed, but they're so just captivated by the song.
Yeah.
They're going to sing it back to the lyrically, and the artist is just kind of like in tears and laughing and smiling so much too. And you mentioned that's got to be one of the most wonderful parts to just command that audience on stage.
Absolutely. That's the greatest thing. It's the most amazing feeling. It's somebody singing and feeling the words and the melody. They can relate to the song and the message. It's the best. It's the most rewarding thing.
Now, we know we mentioned first time at CRS. This is the first time in Nashville?
Yeah, I just moved here a few months
Just
ago.
moved
so,
here?
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, so have you gotten out to any good restaurants?
I'm still exploring.
Well, there's this debate going around. I told Jeff about it too. There's this hot chicken thing that I'm off. I love Hattie B's, and I've tried Prince's, and I did Party Foul. So if you're into hot chicken, get like the medium because that's all like or mild. Is it mild?
I think it's mild.
Mild. Okay. So they give you like all these tenders and the two sides and everything at Hattie B's, and you can't finish it all. So if you're gonna go hot chicken, just my recommendation.
Okay.
Go Hattie B's, but go to the one on Broadway. That's got to be the original, the OG out there. So
I don't eat meat, but if I do start eating meat, I'm going to remember this conversation. I really will. I'll be like, remember
And then-
that interview?
and then there's a bar taco. I've not tried that either. Have you, Jeff? There's like all these different tacos they make and stuff, and you get creative with them. So that's another place of doing that too as well. I see people looking through that curtain. I so want to get her on for like a full length one
Yeah.
at the same time. Let's end on this one too. If you were never a working musician, what are the career paths would you choose?
I love kids. I love animals, so I'd probably work with animals as a vet, or my grandpa's vet. Or I would maybe be like a kindergarten teacher or something like that. I also love helping people, so I'd maybe be a music therapist, which is
There you
originally what I thought I was going to do, and I applied to Berkeley College of Music. But then I became a songwriter, which is in a way therapy as well.
Yeah.
All right, I mentioned one more. We're going to do this. Dream collaboration for an artist. Anybody you could pick, any genre of music, who would it be? And why?
John Mayer.
I could see that happening right
I
there,
could see
too.
that.
Otto Pasternak here on the show, the Backstage Pass. Appreciate you being here, and have a great week.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have
Great
fun.
talking to you guys.
Thank you.
Got Caden Gordon here, Brandon Morrell, more to come here, and I think it's Kay Wagner looking through that curtain there too at the same time here. More CRS Day 2 coverage continues. KKTC True Country 99.9, and of course out there too as well. The Sports Guys Podcast.com. It's a grand slam of music and sports. Back with more here. Day 2 rolls on here. Stay tuned. More to come.